What's popping? Word, I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. If you like Substance, go in and follow, go in and subscribe. You already know what to do. Let's get into this. Today I want to talk about something that many of us overlook, right? We overlook it quite too often. A lot of times when we talk to God, we, thank him for what he's done, or we might ask him for something that we want to happen, something we want in general, or we might pray for healing for others, or we might pray for situations to change, whether it's in our lives or someone else's life, or a certain group's lives, or whatever the case may be, right? But the thing that we forget to mention, right, when we talk to God is this: we've got to start thanking God for the test that He didn't put us through. I want you to think about that because that's going to look different in everybody's lives, right? Now, when I say that, what I'm talking about is, as human beings, we all have moments where we're vulnerable, right? We all have moments of weakness, let's just say. And in those moments, many of us are not tested. So, whatever we're vulnerable about or weakness in or whatever we're on the edge about, a lot of times we're not put to the test because if we were, we would crash out or we would make a decision that God wouldn't approve of, you know what I mean, in that moment, right? And the thing about it is, there are many people every day who get tested and exposed. We see it in real life, we see it on the news, we see it on social media. I'm going to say it again. There are many people who get tested and exposed every day, and we see it right before our eyes. And it becomes the talk of the town or the talk of the nation or whatever the case may be, right? It's blown up everywhere. And in those moments, those individuals were tested and they failed those tests. Now everybody's talking about them, right? And I'm not talking about in a positive way. And you have a lot of individuals who die every day, right? Hate to speak about death, but there are many people dying every day because they are in different situations. And in those moments, a lot of times those individuals are tested in different ways, right? In different ways, those individuals are tested. And many would say that in some way, shape, or form, they failed the test. And God allowed for whatever to happen to them. Now, I'm not talking about people who may die of old age, right? I'm talking about people who are, you know, doing all right or at an age as to where you wouldn't expect for someone to die. And they make certain decisions, right? Or it can be one bad decision, right? And their life is over, right? And this message even isn't even solely about death per se. This could be you being tested at your job. This could be you being tested within a relationship or a marriage, right? This could be you being tested when you see a certain person, right? Or when you're in a certain neighborhood, right? Or in the ghetto or wherever, or when you have an interaction with a police officer, right? Or when you're in court and you have to face the judge for a certain ruling, right? Or many different situations, or when you're dealing with your kids, or maybe you're dealing with other people's kids, right? Or family members, or friends, or associates, or just people out here in the society in general, right? Many times we aren't tested, and that is God protecting us from that. But thank God for the test that He didn't put you through. Because again, in those vulnerable moments, it's easy to slip up and do something that God wouldn't approve of, right? It's easy to slip up. So we got to start thanking God for the test that He didn't put us through. Because there are many people failing tests and being exposed every day because something hit their doorstep and they weren't ready to do the thing that God would want them to do in that situation, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So let's thank God for the test that He didn't put us through. Remember to keep God first. I love you all. Be blessed.